Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt, and we were stuck in the elevator.
Oh man, we
That
were
thing just
stuck in
froze
the
on us.
elevator. Man, that dang elevator. They need to service that sucker, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man,
I mean, maybe that's a job that Marshall can find, like chief technician of General Hospital, you
oh
know?
my
I mean,
gosh.
is that a job that they've ever filled? I don't
Probably
know. I mean, some sort of like blue collar poor person for Elizabeth to date.
poor Terry. Poor Terry.
Or Terry. Oh, Terry and Chet. Oh, that was cute. I didn't write that down as notes. I need to do that. I need to do that while we're slowly crawling our way up to the 10th floor. They're gonna pry these doors open. Matt and Kat are gonna be smiling at everybody on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious, my goodness. Hey Susan, hey Jakarius, hey everybody. Welcome to the chat. Hopefully you can hear both of us. Can you hear both of us? Because my goodness gracious, that was hard.
Yeah, you guys. So let us know right away because we don't know for sure. We have
Mm-hmm.
had some computer.
Challenges.
Yes, computer kicked me in my ass. Got
Yeah.
mine working, and then right away, what does Matt say? Oh, well,
Oh,
shoot,
good.
my sounds. Oh my gosh.
Good. Hey, Susan. Hey, Sandy. Hey, everybody. Good. All right, everything is working well. Chandra's here. That means the party has started. Hey, Dad's there, and he says everything sounds good. We're rocking and rolling,
Oh
folks.
yeah. Thanks, babe. Thanks for paying attention. Thank you.
Terry and Chet. All right, wrote that down. We'll make sure we talk about that in this fine, however long we take here on the 10th floor. Hey, welcome back. Did you have fun? We keep it short and
Hey,
sweet. Did you have a good
everybody.
time?
I did have a good time. I did have a good time. Yes, but you know what? I really miss being on the 10th floor with you guys. I was
Oh,
sort of with y'all because I was in the chat,
yeah.
but man, I I miss being on. I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
well,
missed
we
it.
definitely missed you. I missed you. I need a lot more practice doing the solo. Like, that was really hard to get started.
Well, you
That's all right.
don't.
Hey, you guys are forgiving people, when it comes down to the analytics in that episode. We still got a strong 40% of people still watching after the first 30 seconds, so that's strong. Hey, on YouTube World, that actually is pretty good. Sandy says that they miss you. Jakarius is already saying that Esme is just so sneaky, and Ryan, I guess he loves to hate Ryan, so that's good. That's good.
Oh boy, well, I jump in that. I
You,
jump
you
in
want to
that boat.
jump? You want to jump right into the Ryan Esme stuff, because that leads us right
Well,
into our teaser thumbnail as well.
I think we should because boy, oh boy, that was the most entertaining part of the week for me.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
It
god.
was.
When it comes down to it, GH does go hot and cold. They really hit it and slap it and hit it and slap it, and then they slow it down, and everybody starts talking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Esme and Ryan.
Yes.
Well, looks like here we are on the 10th floor being incorrect again because it appears, unless they got some, card up their sleeve they're going to show us later,
Mm-hmm.
it really does appear that Ryan is indeed her dad.
Yeah. So I was kind of disappointed that it's as confirmed as you're my biological daughter, as we can get before a DNA test comes into play. And even then, those
Right.
are unreliable. But yeah, it just it disappoints me, not for story, not because oh man I'm disappointed that she is his daughter. It just makes that first interaction truly icky,
Yeah,
and
doesn't it though?
they might not ever return back to that energy because they haven't, but
No,
but it just made it just it just in retrospect makes things gross.
it did make things gross because it was icky.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You like it
but
when I
maybe,
call you daddy, right?
yeah, it was just like, ugh, what? Yeah, well, I'm gonna wear a diaper and smack me too. Okay, whatever.
that's
What?
that's some Alexis Julian stuff, man. Gross.
Right? It was just, but because General Hospital, as we know, it's pretty much filmed with one and done. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that creepster.
Right. I mean, what was it?
Maybe it wasn't.
Oh, it was Franco, not Franco, Austin. I mean, Roger Howarth. At the GH convention where he said when he first started playing Austin, he thought that Austin was gonna be autistic, just because that's what it felt like the story was going. And so he was playing it that way until he learned ultimately that it wasn't him; it was his brother. And so so maybe she just misinterpreted the energy of the script.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. And I think more than often, well, often enough, that GH does do that. Well, that was one exactly what we're looking for, but we got 10 more scenes. We got 10 more scenes to do
We
today.
gotta keep moving. People are gonna forgive us for this eventually. Don't
Time
worry.
is money. Time is money. Time is money.
Move, move. All right,
Right?
move the cameras over to the next scene. We got Alexis. Nancy Lee Grant is tired and ready to go home. We got to get her on.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so but the big thing is they hinted through flashbacks because Ryan was talking about how love is trouble, and I don't remember exactly what he was talking about, but he was talking about how they'll stab you in the back. And it flashed to scenes and sequences with Felicia, and it was just times.
Well, he made a reference to her reminding him of her mother.
Yeah, there we go. And then he went into that, and they'll stab you in the back, and then it went to a flashback with him and Felicia from, I guess, the 80s.
Yeah, fighting.
Yeah, fighting, and she getting over on him, and big empowerment. Look how awesome Felicia is moment. Remember how Felicia was great when she was 20? She's still great now.
Well, yeah, and it was funny too because I had to back that up. I had to pause it first because I watch it with your grandmother.
Yeah.
So I had to pause. I had to pause it, and I had to explain to her who those two were in that flashback scene.
Yeah.
And John looks very different.
Yeah.
Than he did back then.
He's aged gracefully, but he does not look the same that he did before.
No. And they don't have a lot of full face image on that. It was very action.
Yeah.
But I had to explain to her, okay, that's Felicia and Ryan from 3 decades ago.
Yeah.
And this is an actual scene that they're using from 3 decades ago.
That's so cool, though.
Ryan and Felicia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she understood. Yeah. So I had to do that. Yeah, just to make her understand it.
Yeah. But everybody else who's been plugged into the story and isn't 85, was able to kind of put all that together, that it's suggesting that Felicia may be the mother of Esme.
Yes!
Which is interesting, because how do you have a baby and not know about it?
Well, it has been explained many times in soap opera land how you do that.
Oh, I know, time and time again. I mean, we can point to Charlotte.
We can even point to, we go back to our old show. We can jump to Erica and Kendall.
Oh, well, of course. Now, that was the most ridiculous way of not knowing you have a kid ever filmed in soap history, though. Erica and Kendall. Now, here's how it is. Here's what happened. I can tell you right now that Ryan grabbed a hold of one of Felicia's eggs at some point in the 80s. And 2 decades later, made a baby somehow while he was in the insane asylum. I don't know. Because so Esme is supposed to be like 2021, right? So that means that she was born in like 2000. Let's be real about what year it is, folks. These are millennium babies. Not millennials, but millennium babies.
So it could not be a stolen egg produced right now.
No. It was old, and it was frozen, and somehow, some way, while he was locked away, Ryan was able to fertilize that egg and have a child with Felicia without her knowledge, which is awful. It's terrible.
One of those damn Cassidines are behind that frozen egg.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Who would want to help? The egg baby on All My Children was Josh, not Kendall. Well, yeah, that was the egg baby, but Erica didn't know about Kendall either. Because that was like...
she blocked it out.
She blocked it out, and it wasn't she trying to not have that... Because we can't say the words. She was trying to ultimately not have the baby, and someone just stole it from her. right? Or was that
Uh,
Josh?
I think that was Josh.
Okay. Well, I don't
But
remember
she
Kendall
actually
thing.
had Kendall and
Just blocked it out.
mentally blocked it out.
Stephanie says supposedly Felicia had amnesia back then. Was there a time where Felicia had amnesia?
Perhaps I don't recall.
I mean, it would be par for the course. I mean, she's been on the show long enough to have had it 2 or 3 times.
But you know, with Felicia, in the last since 2000, you know, since around that time, she was absent so much from the show.
Yeah.
Just not on the show.
Yeah.
Where she was flaking at being a flaky mama.
Right.
She flaked out and be a flaky mama and leave town and go find herself or look for a necklace or do this or do that, whatever. So, you know, she's always been a flaky mama. So when it comes to timestamp, it could really could work because it could be she was off living her life, not in Port Charles at the time.
Well, I mean, I really don't. I hope that they don't go for the "I had the baby and totally forgot about it" thing. That would be very strange, very, very, very strange. I wouldn't be for that. I wouldn't.
But wouldn't it be like Demented Ryan? Wouldn't it be like Demented? Because I actually, in Twitter is what kind of fed this to me. Wouldn't it be like Demented Ryan to not use his sperm, use someone else's?
I mean, I guess, but I don't know why he would do that, right?
Well, who knows why Ryan does anything? He's cuckoo.
He is crazy. He's crazy.
Crazy.
If Felicia carried the baby, Esme would have to be much older. Where does Maxie fit in on the timeline? I don't know. Isn't Maxie? Maxie's supposed to be like my age, right? Like 35, 36?
Yes, Maxie is supposed to be your age.
Right. So even though she might have been born in the 90s, she was really born in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, you know.
When it comes to soap timelines, it can be very confusing.
Maxie went through stores as well.
Yeah. So there you go. That's where you go. She forgot 2 other daughters, says Stephanie. I mean, she always remembered them. She was just never around.
No, she was like your mama.
It's interesting because look at that. The mama's not moving. Let's click her. There you go. Hey.
Am I back? I got a flash up here for a second that said Discord not.
All right. You're just having connectivity issues. It's no big deal. We'll press on. I tweeted this earlier about Felicia. I like Felicia. I find Felicia to be charming and endearing, and I like her, and I can't figure out exactly why I enjoy Felicia, but I do. When Nina showed up and like Felicia invited her in and they had that talk, and she's like, Bobby's my best friend, but you're my family because you're James's auntie and all that kind of stuff. Like, I really enjoy Felicia. I like Christina Wagner as an actress, and I like it, and I don't know why. And
I love Christina as an actress, an actor, when she is giving something really to sink her teeth into, you know?
Like with Nina.
The stuff with Nina, like that scene with Nina, like, you know, ultimately Peter's ending. I love her there. When they give her something really good, you know, I think that she really, really knocks it out the park. But when they give her a filler scene, and Felicia's had 100 filler scenes since she came back.
Yeah.
Pouty Felicia's just I don't really.
You don't like her. You don't like her.
When she's pouty baby Felicia, I don't like her. But when they give her something, I love her.
Yeah. She's. I do think that she's really good. Daisy Flower 40, one of our top chat members. Thank you so much for always contributing to the show every week, Daisy. I want to give you a specific shout out. She says that those scenes weren't needed. I'm going to assume that she's talking about Felicia and Nina. I'm going to tell you why, Daisy. I think that all of these scenes are needed because we are drawing some battle lines in Port Charles right now. We are not just talking about Wiley and whether or not he can see his grandma. This is going to explode into a Quartermaine Civil War type of deal, or Corinthos Quartermaine strange weird Civil War type of deal.
Yeah.
And we're drawing lines here. We're figuring out who's going to be on whose side during this big explosion of story that's coming.
Now, it would appear, I know if it were me, I wouldn't be on Nina's side. Of course, I would not. Even if I was just a bystander, I would be like, yeah, you ain't no good. But Felicia knows what it's like to have regret and make some bad choices and not always be there when you should have been or do something that you shouldn't have. I think she has some compassion for someone that's lost their way and made a mistake or two,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to the parentage arena.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some compassion for poor choices
Right.
and believes that you can move forward from that.
Yes.
Because she currently is. And she has got some, Maxie don't throw everything up in her face anymore like she used to.
Mm-mm. No.
Every time Maxie had an interaction with her mother, especially when she first came back, and when she first came back, she didn't really want to have a whole lot to do with her.
No.
But
No.
it was
Who would? Who would?
It was a slow process
Yeah.
of gaining her daughter. I think her daughter always loved her.
Yeah.
But gaining her daughter's trust back.
Right. It's taken
feeling like you can really,
Mm-hmm.
I can actually depend on her now. I have two parents, not just Mac.
Right. Yeah. Mac ain't even her real daddy. She got 3 parents.
Yes, well, and oh my goodness, Alicia makes Frisco look like parent of the year. Frisco blew into town one time.
Yeah. Well, Frisco makes Felicia look like parent of the year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wasn't Felicia away off screen when Georgie was killed? She can relate to Nina not being the mother she wanted. There you go. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot. I mean, I have to be sure because she said it. There's all kinds of regrets, I'm sure, that Felicia has had over missing so many huge portions of her children's life, especially now that she's talking about like baby fever with Mac. Like here's our opportunity to adopt a teenager. I don't know.
That kind of does circle back to the whole having another child.
Yeah, so here's basically what we're seeing, and I know people are going to be really disappointed with this, but this is the beginning of the redemption arc for Esme, where she finds out who her parents are, and Felicia's going to love her into being a good person. Like she's going to get what Nina wanted to be able to do for Nell.
Maybe.
I mean, that's how I feel. Either that or Esme's going to go totally crazy off the deep end and really align herself with Ryan, and we'll go that route. But I think we're probably going to go to the Felicia finally gets to be an effective mother story. Hey, Boots.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
Felicia's going to be redeemed through this for sure.
Well, as a mother, or are you talking about Esme?
As a mother.
Yeah, I mean, she's got an impressionable daughter out there, so it seems, unconfirmed. We'll see how it all turns out. Could be Martin Gray's daughter for all we know.
He did come back this week.
He did. He was on, a couple episodes, right? Or at least one. And can I please just have... Can we get, like, the Valentin Martin Gray spinoff? Like, I think that would be, like, The Odd Couple. Just a sitcom.
They are so fun together.
Oh my gosh!
We did find out, though, you guys. We did find out on our at the convention. I would say, they were all kind and gracious, but the person that seemed to be beamingly happy to stink and be there so much, and even showed up on one of the tours, not ours, unfortunately.
No.
JPS.
Yes. He really likes it. He's living his dreams, right?
And he sang backup for Matt and I when we did karaoke.
Yeah. He did. He and Mr. William Lipton, who ain't little no more, but over coming up, we are in our 3rd year of podcasting about General Hospital. So when we started, he was little William Lipton. But yeah, summer loving, hand me a breast. I've been a JPS fan since all my children. I've been a JPS fan since he played Valentin on General Hospital, because that was the first time I could remember him as an actor. As it turns out, I've actually seen him in a bunch of other stuff beforehand. I just forgot.
And if you recapped a little bit on YouTube of him as being Will Cortland, you would probably remember him.
I mean, I probably would. Depends on the interactions that he has with the other characters, because there's definitely some strong characters that I remember very well on All My Children, and other ones that I've forgotten, and or other ones that I just know by name, like Myrtle. Like I know there's a Myrtle. I don't remember Myrtle and Phoebe, but I don't know what one has a one's redheaded and the other one's really old. I don't remember.
Well, get back to Esme and her. Man, aren't they two just?
I mean, I think that they just destroyed the scene. I think that they set it on fire and just left it all in ruins, and that's all positive, good stuff.
Ryan and Esme are just two cuckoo birds in a nest together, aren't they? Two cuckoo, and oh my gosh! And Ryan has so much control over her. She wants to please him so bad.
She does. She does. You fool! You fool! He's on to you.
Yes.
It's not what he found. It's the fact that he was looking. He's a criminal mastermind now, Mama.
Oh yeah, he is. He always has.
I'm telling you. I'm really. Oh gosh! I'm just so excited because you. Oh my God, Ma! We saw Cyrus Renault in the picture. Okay, we saw Jeff Kober in the picture. So he's there for the 15,000th episode of General Hospital, which is going to be airing next week. Okay, I can only hope that he's going to be around and he wasn't just
June,
visiting.
Right?
I'm sorry.
June.
I said that right. I said July.
You said next week.
Oh well, I meant June. And I'm dying for Cyrus Renault, Hannibal Lecter, and I need him to help them crawl into the mind of Ryan Chamberlain to stop him from his evil. I need it, Mother. I need it.
Actually, that would actually make Cyrus redeemable.
Like Laura gets all threatened or something, and then Martin's like, the only person that I can think of that might be able to help us. Someone that can crawl into the mind of one so depraved such as this is our brother. Yeah.
Yeah. There could be some really, really good stuff coming. There's going to be good stuff coming regardless, but, maybe not the way we wrote it.
I know. But... Well, I mean, I think that we write it great. So, Frank Valentini, I know you're watching. Please pick up what we're writing and go for it. Hey, Boots wants to know what was up with that camera shot of Esme's hand, where she got all before really getting into the conversation with Ryan. You might have missed it.
She did do this kind of thing.
She did this weird finger thing, and they really focused on it before she started really talking to Ryan.
Oh, you're right. I did notice that too, and I was kind of indecisive. Is this some kind of medical thing happening? Neurological, a medical thing?
Yeah.
Or is that just part of the cuckoo-ness? This is part of the...
I think it's part of the cuckoo-ness. I think it's part of the crazy. Remember when she hugged Nicholas and did that weird eye thing?
Yeah.
I think we're getting just crazy tics.
I think so too. Yeah, I thought of that too. I couldn't think of the word, but yeah, it was almost like a tick.
Yeah, maybe. Of insanity.
Of insanity. Exactly. She is just, regardless of Ryan being her father or not.
Yeah.
He has influenced her to go to the dark side.
Oh, very much so. Even when she was like, oh, well, I can just, you're the one that's on the hook for this. Nobody's even looking at me or whatever it is that she had said to him. He's always able to...
I was kind of surprised that she even had that kind of boldness with him.
Yeah.
Because she seems
false bravado.
So controlled that she's not going to say anything contrite.
Yeah.
To him. I mean, he's worthy of being scared of. He's crazy.
Yeah. He is super nuts.
He's super nuts. Who I'm really happy for, though, in all this is John. I'm very happy for John.
Oh, yeah. He gets some good stuff.
He's gotten some great stuff. And you know what? I know Kevin is written to be kind of boring and flat.
Stuffy and straight-laced.
Exactly. And a little full of himself.
I'm a psychologist.
Yes, exactly. I can help you. He's kind of full of himself, very kind of hides behind that a little bit without really showing himself.
Yeah.
Kind of hides behind that, I'm a doctor. But when
every
he's
conversation I have, I'm going to try to get deep into your mind.
now, if they show us, I'm not going to say he's David Canary. I'm not going to say that. But if they can show us a Ryan Kevin real conflict back and forth.
Oh my gosh, acting with himself. You're not my brother anymore. Oh.
You know? Because you know how David Canary, he could act with himself like nobody's business.
He could have a scene with himself, Adam and Stuart, for 15 minutes, and people are just drawing and watching.
And in our minds, we're not even looking at the same person at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Completely immersed, right?
Totally.
Completely immersed.
Oh my God, I need to watch that stuff now that I'm an adult.
I think John could do that. I think John can pull that off, and I can't wait for it. Come on, GH.
Yeah.
Come on, Frank. I want that scene.
Split screen and camera angles. Oh, let's do it.
Yes. I think John could pull that off great.
Oh gosh.
Dare I say, I think he could pull it off better than Finola could. For Alex.
Oh my gosh, Mom.
Alex,
do not ever say that again. Otherwise, people are going to send you death threats.
I know. It's not that I'm not a Finola fan, y'all.
The Finola fan base is rabid.
I know. And I understand why. I really do.
But she deserves it.
I'm just saying. They ought to give that to John because he knocks it out of the park as crazy Ryan. And I don't think about Kevin not one bit when he's on screen.
Yeah, no, I mean, I prefer to see Ryan. Susan Russo suggests her hand tick may be related to her lips when she kisses Spencer. I'm not really sure what she's referring to there. Does she kiss Spencer all freaky weird? Like, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that Spencer ain't had it.
I'll tell you what, though. When she and Spencer started kissing last week, okay? When Spencer and Esme were kissing, even though he wound up kind of like pushing her off because she thought she was going to get herself some and she didn't.
Nope.
But I thought, damn, what they going to do? Eat each other's face? Damn, that looks ugly.
It's because the passion isn't there anymore.
Come on.
Oh gosh. Hey, people, if you're only listening to the audio version of this, please jump over to YouTube to see that face.
They too look like two dogs licking water, okay? Two dogs drinking water.
Oh gosh, gross. Yeah, no wonder he was like, oh no, well, no. I remember how bad this was the whole time. No thanks.
But I thought it was just fun. I said, dang, you're gonna eat each other's face off.
Susan thanks you because she agrees.
So funny. Anyway, I can't wait to see what Esme and Ryan do together. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. That might be still quietly bubbling in the background for quite some time as we really focus in on the Michael and Sunny war.
Now, Esme has done us lots of calculated things, right?
You loving Esme this week. Let's keep going.
So she has done all kinds of calculated things, Esme.
Yeah.
But she hasn't done anything violent yet. Not really.
I mean, people would say that drugging Trina was fairly violent.
Well, yes. Yeah, it is. And she didn't really think about it thoroughly, thinking, she could actually cause her some physical damage. Let's say that, Trina lost consciousness and never woke up, went into a coma. She didn't think about that kind of stuff at all.
Nope.
So that is violent, but I'm talking more like Ava stabbing Ryan in the back kind of violence.
She hasn't attacked anybody outright with a weapon or with her fists or anything.
No, she hasn't. So we haven't seen that side of her, but it's got to be there, right?
Yeah, I mean, Nell slowly grew to the point where she started slashing people's throats.
She sure did. She sure did.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of scenes this week that were pretty dang good.
There were.
So you brought up Sunny, Matt.
I did.
You brought
Hey,
up
Sonny,
Sonny.
I'm just trying to, live my life and, let my kids. And then just Michael's still so mad at me that he just didn't, I'm not going to take anybody's side. And yeah, Sonny.
Yeah, he's going to take someone's side.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. Michael's going to say something in the next 24. No, okay. So what is it? Like, the article came out and then the hearing is, like, very soon or something?
I know, man. I tell you, in Port Charles, they got the most efficient
Court
court
system?
system in the world.
Yeah, they didn't have to wait 12 months for processing.
No.
No.
Oh, they're on the speed train for everything. So efficient. So efficient.
Yeah. So,
You need to figure out how to be efficient. They might be able to figure out a crime.
maybe something will come out during the trial. So maybe Michael will trial, hearing, whatever it is you want to call it. Something that, Michael says something really spicy about Sonny because he's going to take everything, I'm going to take everything from my father, I tell you. Just everything. Then I'm right off to Bedford Falls.
And Dante's trying so bad just to be the older brother and the mediator and trying to have some family unity.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, you can forgive Dad. He shot me. I forgive him. Anyway. You shot your son.
You shot your son. Yeah, that's such a good thing. Yeah. He forgave me, and then there's the whole
Michael right
and
beside you, right there in the middle. Little entitled Michael. I see him right beside you.
yeah, right there, right under Granny.
Yeah.
Granny is oppressing him,
Yeah.
giving him what for? With a
Yep.
paint stick.
Oh gosh, you guys.
Anyway, so yeah, Michael. I'm gonna take everything from my father. I'm gonna take the Corinthos name back, which isn't even mine. What?
No.
I'm gonna take everything legitimate from him, and so only leave him being a criminal. And then I'm gonna help the PCPD lock him away forever because he divorced my mom. What, Michael? What? And then Sonny there, hey, if he's gonna take this family thing and turn it into something else, I'm not gonna hold anything back.
Mm-hmm.
If you become my enemy, then you become my enemy. Ooh.
Michael and Sonny are really heating up to have a huge feud.
So is Sonny gonna shoot Michael in the face?
I doubt it. But we have been shown this week, though, he can spot on break your arm pretty quick if he wants.
If he wants. Sonny's a dangerous man. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't get my face, Nicholas.
Don't touch my shoulder.
And then Nicholas is all like, "Oh, I don't believe that Esme did it." Like, didn't he tell Ava that he thought Esme did it, and he was just playing into that to try to? I'm confused about Nicholas right now.
I think that Esme is gonna. I think she's gonna be able to seduce him, and it ain't gonna be hard.
Well, I mean, that's why she's going to be able to seduce him.
It ain't gonna be too hard to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ava's holding back, and Nicholas is a man with needs. So, I don't know, whatever. We'll see what happens. The Esme story is far from over, folks. But
Oh my gosh! And
Spencer found the pill.
Spencer did find a pill. And you know what I actually thought? I don't know why. I mean, it's obvious when I thought about it a little bit later. Yes, it's obvious to me that pill container would be what she used to drug
Yes.
Trina.
Right.
But what first popped in my mind was that's her medication she's not taking.
She crazy pills.
Because that's her crazy pills and she's not taking them.
Yeah, you're just looking for a more fun story about Esme being crazy. That's all. No. It was the pill that she used to drug Trina, and then Britt was all like, "All right, let's cut the crap now." Whose are these?
Yeah, and I don't understand. I didn't really get it. Maybe you could explain better, other than just Spencer being entitled little Spencer. Why did he turn on her like that?
I think that Spencer is still trying to keep up the charade that he's on Esme's side. And so if he was like, okay, all right, well then, oh gosh, Esme shouldn't have these. She did something bad with them, and tells Britt all about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's the best guess that I can get because she was just trying to help. Like, hey, if Esme has a problem, you really need to help.
And the first part, in the first part of their conversation together, it was very sweet.
Yeah.
And
well, that's how he really feels.
Yeah, that is the way. And and I had to explain that to Grandma too because she didn't see Britt and little Spencer when Britt was married to Nick or almost.
What? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that little Spencer did?
He had to have.
I mean,
he had to, and I don't recall seeing it either. But you guys in the chat, did anybody ever see Nicholas Betchel do that?
I mean, I don't know, because if not, then it's just it's strange, but funny. It was funny.
It's just too, and they just played with it too much. It had to have been.
Yeah, right?
It had to be like a towny thing.
Say it.
Exactly.
Right.
It had to be.
Yeah. So anyway,
Special. I know you're listening and watching.
Oh yeah, every week, rabid fan.
If you happen to have that, share it with us.
And then hop on the chat. We'll have a little chit chat about what's going on in your life right now. Your favorite parts about GH.
Please.
Just text it to us. Send it to us on Twitter. Nicholas Bechtel. Is anyone on the PCPD working on Trina's case? The answer is yes. Dante is working on Trina's case, but he's very limited. Being a cop with this thing that they have to do, which is called following the evidence, which is all pointing to Trina. As much as the audience wants to reject it, that is the story at hand. And so while Dante is doing his best navigating the difficult world of being a detective in Port Charles, he is on Trina's side and looking for any opportunity to intervene on her behalf.
Yes. Is the PCPD bumbling bobbies that don't have a clue out there just like swinging their sticks? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Should they have went to the cabin, like thoroughly investigated it, like actually looked for clues at the cabin? They did not. They did not, because they're bumbling bobbies just swinging their things.
Their sticks.
Yes, orange and like bobbies, like Benny Hill.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what it is.
I'm silly.
Oh gosh.
Great stuff.
I would say yes, that people in the PCPD are working the case. They're just limited with what they're able to do. That's why Spencer's working so hard on the outside to get it done. And that's what's going on there. What I found surprising was that Trina wasn't allowed back into her classes and stuff while this is going on. I didn't know that was happening because I thought you were innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
But if it's a private, I don't know, PCU isn't a private college.
No, it's just a regular public 4-year university, isn't it?
It seems like it. I mean, it would, or would it have to be like UCPCU or like UPC or something for it to be I don't know. Who cares?
No.
Who cares? State college, private college, who cares?
Yeah, one costs a hell more than the other.
Not that it matters for these characters in Port Charles. They're loaded. Though they do kind of go to this dinky, tiny little nail salon. So, that doesn't seem like it would be very expensive. That seems like a standard nail job to me.
Yeah. I mean, no matter where you go anymore, I'm sure you can go out there and get yourself a $200 set. I'm sure you can. These didn't cost that. But all nail salons are expensive now. Every damn thing in the world's expensive.
Everything's expensive right now.
Holy smokes, you guys. Whew. It's awful.
It's difficult.
This is the only thing this is the only thing I do all week. Don't cost me something.
Well, it does. It costs us an annual amount to have the servers running for the audio version of this podcast.
That's true. It costs us $2 a week, huh?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Is anyone afraid of Sonny anymore? Oh yeah, that guy those two dudes that robbed Charlie's and then he killed one of them and dumped the other in the lake. I'm pretty sure that guy's afraid of Sonny.
That's what he did. I don't think the masses are as afraid of him as they used to be.
No. Now they're afraid of Selena Wu.
Yeah. And, I think while he was out playing cowboy, He wasn't intimidating anybody at the time.
Oh man, I miss Cowboy Sonny. I do. I really loved the hoedown. That episode that we did, we played the bluegrass music, and oh man, that was so fun for me.
Yeah,
We
it
need to go
was.
back to Nixon Falls.
Okay, let's go back to Nixon Falls.
Lenny.
Oh my gosh!
Let's pick a thing here. Let's pick a thing here.
Thing.
Quote. Hey, Carly, I'm not Jason. I thought that was an interesting thing to say, like responding directly to Twitter. Because people say, Drew's just a new Jason, but like the romantic side of Jason, like Carly's new super love, the one that she loves more than everybody, the one that she can confide in, the one that tells her to count to 5. Because he had all of Jason's memories, right? Didn't we confirm that still? Because there's something in his head that Victor wants.
Yeah. But I guess he does.
Which would be his true memories.
You know, Mr. Matheson is going to be taking a hiatus.
He's going
He's
to what?
He's taking a
Already?
little hiatus. Well, he's going to go do a movie for life, for the chick flick channel.
Oh, he's Mr. Hallmark. Mr.
Yes,
Lifetime.
he's Hallmark. Mr. Lifetime Hallmark, yes. So he'll be taking a break, anywhere between 3 and 6 weeks. I know they turn out those movies pretty quick. They film them kind of like PH. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Ooh, and I've been on some recent casting sites in Los Angeles, and they just cast from the public a lot for those.
Yeah. So I know that Cameron Matheson is going to have an excuse to leave town shortly.
I'm gonna go.
I think they're going to have to explain it that way because he's going to be gone too long.
I'm going to go on a retreat to access my other emotions, the ones that aren't elevated.
The ones that don't say Ryan Lavery every minute I'm on screen. Sorry.
Did you just sell something?
No.
He just there's this wrestler Diamond Dallas Page, and in the early 2000s when he was wrestling for Vince McMahon on the WWF, he had this character called Positively Page, where he just smiled and he said things like, "I like me, you like me, and I'm gonna help you like you," and it just makes me think of Drew.
Yeah.
The power of positivity. Positively Drew.
Well, Positively Drew.
Hey guys, I know that you found us breaking and entering your home, and I think that Carly's got a great explanation. Oh, she doesn't. I just thought she'd be more comfortable waiting for you guys in your home rather than ours. But I'm just sorry with a smile.
And what did you think about Snow White handing her a key at the end?
Oh my god. Maybe she'll melt like the Wicked Witch of the West when she finds out the truth. She'll just turn into a bubble. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Like the snow will get too hot and it will melt. And
I think that Snow White, maybe Kate might be getting a little more of what she told you about.
The evil queen.
Maybe she's capable of being the evil queen. She does have a lot more fight than she ever has before. But yeah, finding out, she already knows Harmony ain't her mama. She already found that out.
Yes.
She knows that now. She knew that by Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Harmony.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She knew that at the beginning of the week.
Yeah. Now she does not. Well, she had to go to get the test. She had been told that but it had not been proven to her. Dante brought the results.
Yes.
Now proven to her.
Proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. You share no genetics with Harmony Miller.
Harmony ain't your mama.
Not your mama. Not the mama. Not the mama.
So now,
bang, bang, bang.
She got to go find out where mom is.
Mm-hmm.
And Carly could have kept this to herself. Not that it was the right thing to do, because I'm going
to tell Drew.
Yeah, she told Drew.
Hi, Lori.
She told Drew.
Mm-hmm.
So now, it's much harder to keep a secret if it's not only just in your head.
Mm-hmm. Drew's got to keep the secret, though. She could trust him with anything.
Yeah, but, I think that Now someone else will find out too, more than likely. And then eventually they will have no choice but to tell.
And you just kept this a secret, Mom? You did what Nina did. I don't know if I can forgive you. That's my Michael impression, everybody.
Very exaggerated, but on point. Yeah. Who's he going to like now? Who's Michael going to ultimately... What, Grandma Bobby's going to be the only one worth a darn?
No. I just need to lean into my Quartermaine. I miss AJ.
Yeah, that's true. He could just lean into being a Quartermaine.
I mean, it's not like he lives a Quartermaine life anyway. He's only got the Corinthos name.
I never wanted my kids into business. Never wanted them to do it. I gave him the option and he said no, and I'm holding them to that. Brando, go whack that guy.
He don't want it. He wants to rebrand the Corinthos name. But what well, that's what Michael says.
I mean, yeah. I'm going to take everything legitimate. How do you rebrand the Corinthos name by taking the legitimate things away from the King Corinthos? I don't quite understand that. Whatever. Hey, whatever. Michael is not making great choices right now. Lori, welcome. Thank you very much for being a first-timer. We're happy to have you. What was your favorite part of the week? Michael has a blind spot for Carly. That's true. He really does see no wrong in his mom. Well, sometimes he's like, oh, that was a weird choice, but for the most part.
You're right. I mean, Michael gets upset with his mom and gets disappointed, but it's more of just shucks, Mom. What is
by golly, Ma. How could you?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to have to fix this.
Yeah. But when he gets... And this is not the first time he's been super, super mad at his father.
No.
No.
This is a biannual event.
Yeah, it is. Fall out of AJ. He's mad at Hella and changed his name to Quartermaine, remember?
Oh, yeah. And
this time he says...
that's when he became the CEO of BLQ.
Yeah. He can change his name and not have it be Quartermaine. He can still change his name. He could be a Corbin. Corbin, be a Corbin.
I'm going to be a Corbin. Silliness.
You know what? I would love to see this twist someday. And I don't think we're ever going to see it, but you never know. I would love for somehow... what's her name, you guys? Sonny's mom is Adela?
Adela Corinthos.
Let Adela not be dead all this time.
It's just some gray-haired old lady sitting on the street.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
My son, Sonny. Oh, you, Michael.
Oh, she could come back. She could come back vivacious. She could. She could come back with Helena-ness. She could.
I've been behind the woes the whole time.
I mean, come on.
I'm your threat on the West Coast.
No, mama. Hey, I'm just saying, it's a soap opera. There's no such thing. You can't do that.
Yeah, of course. If you can convince people that Dixie's sister is Dixie on How Many Children, you can do anything.
You can.
You can do anything. Daisy would rather cut off all of her hair than go back to Nixon Falls. And she likes Carly and Drew. I don't know. I like Carly and Drew. Sure, fine. I'm okay with it.
I like Carly and Drew okay. I don't think he's a good fit for Carly. Carly typically needs somebody a little more edgy or she gets bored.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I do think that if it winds up being Carly Drew, it'll be short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's going to be some new actors coming on. This Dax kid, they showed him, right?
Yeah, he's already in there. He's the one that Sonny was like,
if you don't want it, it stops right here.
that was Dex, I think his name was. And then I don't know, Brando's kind of moving up in the world, and they're bringing on people, I guess. I don't know. There was another new cast member announcement, wasn't there? So some dude, and they're like, oh, it's gonna be new Jason, and I'm like, come on, guys, come on.
And don't forget, our favorite ponytail is on his way back.
I'm really hoping he wasn't just visiting because of the anniversary or the
I know, right?
fact that it was the 15,000th. I really need myself some Cyrus Renault. I
Yeah.
do. I
Let's
do.
talk about that photo for a second.
Okay, it had everybody. It
I
had
was like,
everybody.
so
It had
far,
it had my Maurice Bernard. It had Caitlin McMullen, and it had it's this Saturday Night Live bit that I'm failing, but everybody was in this photo except for Lee. It's fine.
Live enough. Well, let me tell you who wasn't there.
Monica.
Monica wasn't there.
Nope.
Maxie wasn't there. I found that odd.
Oh yeah. See, didn't it was, gosh. Okay, so Monica fell down. So that's what Nancy Lee Grant said.
Okay.
So so Leslie Charleston is having some stability issues and has been for quite some time.
Yeah.
She might need to find herself with some assistance. She might need that pretty soon, like Lila.
It's just, and you know what, Matthew? We talked about Lila on the tour,
Yeah.
and someone asked if they still had a Lila's chair, and they said no.
No, which is
And
unfortunate, but they can remake it.
And I remember her saying, "And I wish we did."
Mm-hmm.
So it's not there anymore, though. The
They
chair's not.
they can make a replica though if they wanted to be like Monica's now in Lila's chair. I would be all for it, and it's not. And I don't. Hopefully nobody takes this as like hate or ageism or anything. I want Leslie Charleston to be safe if she's at a point where she can't stand comfortably anymore. I want her to be comfortable. That's all.
And I agree with you, Matt. And I don't want her to be gone because of mobility issues.
Yeah, you know.
You know,
Like,
you like
yeah.
Anna Lee, stay on set.
Yes, exactly. And she's earned it.
I
So
love that.
that's a bummer.
But that'd be a personal choice as well. Maybe she didn't feel that way.
Maybe. And then as for Maxie not being in the photo, as for Kirsten Storms, I don't know. I mean, she has these on again, off again challenges in her personal life when it comes to like injuries and surgeries and COVID and just
Personal things and just things.
yeah, just things.
I noticed I was just kind of scanning and seeing who wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then noticed that she was not there.
Yeah, I didn't notice because I was so zoned in on Jeff Cover being in the photo. I was just stupid excited over that.
Was Molly and TJ on it?
I don't know, probably not.
Famous girls were there.
Yeah, probably
Maybe
not.
Sam, but not the other two.
No, Sam was there for sure, and Alexis was on it as well. So, Temp Alexis was only for that harmony stuff. The next time you see Alexis, it'll be Nancy Lee Grant again.
Yep.
Yeah, but, you mentioned TJ, and TJ is mad at Curtis and on a mission.
Yes, and he did find a clue in the clarinets case, didn't he?
Yes. Which surprised me, because I would think that if my grandfather, then I'm like, oh gosh golly, I wasn't able to get to know him like I wanted to, left me a clarinet, I probably would have put it together at some point and blown in it at least once just to play with it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I don't quite understand why he didn't find this receipt earlier.
Well, he did tell his mom, though, I've been so busy, I haven't even taken it home.
That's
Right?
true.
Made
That's
that
true.
reference.
He has been doctoring very hard.
And I've had these long shifts, and he did kind of imply that I just haven't had time to even look at it.
Right. Well,
But
there
I'm
you
so
go.
happy I have it.
That's exactly it. And then he went home, and then he got pampered by Molly, which means they boned like crazy. And so okay, so there's a receipt. So he's gonna go to Brooklyn, or at least call this place.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no,
he's
he
gonna-
took the time off. He's gonna go there.
gonna go. Yes.
So yeah, here we go. Contract player TJ is now gonna get his. I'm gonna go find Marshall and bring him back story.
I love it.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what you can do, man. Let's see what you can do. Right there, Taj Bello. You're about to get something that you can actually sink your teeth into. I talked to you at the convention. You wanted a little more attention. You wanted more chances to do some great stuff. You wanted to stay with Molly and explore what a real grown adult relationship on a soap opera could be like. Here's your chance, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, proven to us this week was the reason proven to us this week is the reason why they put Taj on contract.
Mm-hmm.
Does have a big story coming. And the reason why they put Christina back on contract.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It only takes some time to get there. Because Christina Wagner, as Felicia's been on contract since the end of the Peter story.
Can you imagine, Matt? Can you imagine if they'd had shown us that picture, that cast picture like they did, and Wes Ramsey was standing in it? It would have blown up.
Twitter would have had to, like, Elon Musk would have been like, nope, shut it down. Turn it off entirely.
Right?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, no, but it would have exploded. And now if Wes Ramsey is on his way back, the smart thing to do would have been to keep him out of a picture like that. No matter, what, if it's the 15,000th episode. Don't bring Marshall back without a storyline, says Sandy.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Don't just bring it back to town. Bring it back to town to tell more of the truth, all right? Stella doesn't pass out because you were arrested for a protest. So there's way more to this story than we know about.
Someone's going to have to spill it.
Yes.
Someone's going to have to spill it. And then I think, I agree with you, though, 100%. I don't want to see Hat Daddy back if he's just full of evasion.
Yeah.
I'm past.
Let's come back with some talk.
Come back with some talk. Come back and respect your son.
TJ, you don't understand what I've been through. It's been a tough life out there without you. There's certain things you don't need to know. I'm Hat Daddy.
I like it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. So he does. I want Marshall to come back. Okay. But I want Mr. Gossett. I want them to write something for Mr. Gossett to sink his hat into.
Let's. Why not? Hey, he put himself out there to win an Emmy this year, and if he does, anchor that sucker in there. Bring him on back. Let's do some good stuff. Scat Daddy, says Susan.
I love it.
Hey, Lovelessa, welcome. Do we think Spencer is going to figure out Britt's secret ailment? No. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she sort of like mentioned, the time, and then he's like, oh no, what does that mean? No, nothing, don't worry about it. But I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
Didn't think about it.
Right now, Spencer's just too busy to think about that a whole lot. What he should be thinking about anyway when it comes to Britt is apologizing for being such a little ass.
Sandy says Marshall's in Nixon Falls, and Sandy, I know that you would cut your hair off if we went back to Nixon Falls, but I want that. Can we do that? Let's do that.
In a past life, maybe Marshall was a carpenter and he's back there rebuilding the bar. Piano.
I don't know why, but for some reason when you said in a past life he was a carpenter, and I just thought like Jesus?
No, not like Jesus. I don't understand why you would think that. But yeah, he's like building the piano back. You know what though? I was most disappointed with Marshall leaving. And maybe he did do it, but we just didn't get to see it.
What's that?
I didn't want to hurt Epiphany's feelings like that and just skip out and not say nothing.
Yeah, I know. I really hope that. Maybe. Wouldn't that be great that TJ goes to Brooklyn with Epiphany? Oh my God, that'd be so fun. Like Epiphany's like, where are you going? I'm going to go find Marshall in Brooklyn. I'm coming with you, baby. Like, come on. That'd be fun.
I would love that.
That would be so fun. Lissa suggests that Marshall is related to Elijah, so he's laying low in Nixon Falls. That'd be nice. But Stephanie agrees that Spencer needs to apologize and not be such a disrespectful little baby.
Yes.
About things. So
yes,
there's that.
Especially since the first half of the conversation was so endearing, and Britt helped him.
Yes, and then he'd be like, what do you know about relationships? You've never really been in love.
Yeah, and she really did help him. And was she concerned where you get this? Why do you have this? Yes, she knows it's a strong drug. She's concerned. She, pretty please wet. That's her little boy.
Yes, you, and if somebody you care about, like Esme, is addicted to these suckers, we need to intervene now because they are going to kill her fast.
Faster than something like Sasha at this point.
But I guess my only defense for Spencer is he needed Britt to not want to get involved. He needed Britt to take F it, whatever, you little D word. I'm out of here. You handle it, you little punk. And that's what he wanted. It's just unfortunate that Spencer feels like he has to go this route. And I think that we need to feel sympathy and not anger towards Spencer, because he is just a poor young man who doesn't know what the hell to do.
And he's had such a silver spoon so securely shoved up something that he don't even know what reality is.
Yeah. So we're going to see how all of this continues to develop over the next couple of weeks. I don't know. There's still a lot of gray area, still a lot to fill before Trina is exonerated.
There is. But we're probably going to go to court pretty fast with that one too, because we did just
on the horizon.
Oh yeah. Right after Nina and Michael, I think next week they're going to be in court already. Don't you?
I mean, Nina and Michael, absolutely, they're going to be in court next week. I really, really feel as though that's very much on the horizon. I think they said something about like the hearings in 2 days or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't quote anybody.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a lot more court too. And you know what that means to some degree, which is great. When you got court, you got Marty. When you got court, you got Scotty.
Yeah. When you got court, you got Diane.
Yeah, I love Diane. I love Diane in court.
I guess. She'll be the lawyer, and then Scott's the lawyer for Neener.
Mm-hmm.
Neener.
So tell me, Sonny Carruthers. I know I said I wasn't going to call you on the stand, but I did anyway. Where were you on the night of August 6th? It was in the bed on the haunted star.
Yeah. It's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be good. Dan is gonna eviscerate Nina. Maybe it's gonna be really friggin' messy, you guys. It's gonna be top drama at the court.
It's gonna be no holds barred. Oh my gosh! You know what, you guys? I don't know. Is anybody in the chat close to as old as Kat? I don't know. But back in the day on One Life to Live, there was one Judith Light on the stand.
Who's the boss's own?
Yes, and she was forced on the stand to admit that she's a prostitute within her own home. She out doing the nasty in the bed she shares with her husband when he's busy at the hospital all the time. Dr. Larry Wallach.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's some desperate housewife stuff. Oh my god.
It was just so and Judith Light knocked it out of the park.
Oh,
anyway,
gosh.
we're gonna have some good court stuff next week, you guys. And between Nina's gonna be good. Cynthia, I can't wait to see the reason why I hate Nina. Cynthia, I love you because you make me hate Nina.
Now, unfortunately, I mean, like we got some strong performers on General Hospital right now. I don't know if I can liken anybody to the skill and talent of Judith Ellen Light. I don't know if that's her middle name, but hey, why not? T-Shree suggests that Spencer needs to take martial arts. I think he was in the boxing gym. Knows how to like punch a bag at least. I don't know. Leblessa says, if Sonny is called by Scotty in Nina's defense, will it be allowed? ? Diane is his contracted lawyer, and she'd never let Sonny on the stand if possible because he could conceivably be asked anything. That is a tough one, isn't it? Diane has. I don't think that's a conflict of interest or anything like that. It's a awkward circumstance, but I'm not sure there's anything in the law that says, well, you can't get questioned by your own opposing contracted lawyer. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, Lissa. I could be way wrong.
If anybody could spin that in his favor, it's Diane.
Yeah, so I don't know, and then but maybe Diane is the best person to cross-examine Sonny because she knows what to not ask him. I don't know.
I don't know. That's so weird. That's a good observation.
Nina's got crazy eyes, says Boots, when she talks about Michael and Willow. That's because Nina's crazy.
She does.
Listen, there's really nobody stable in
A
Port
little
Charles.
more open than the other when she talks about it. She got the crazy eye.
A little eye twitch.
Yeah, she does. She does. I agree. Yeah, and I do think, like, oh man, you got like that little bounce in your cheek was like Ryan weirdo stuff.
Hey, Frank Valentin, I know you're watching. If you need a criminally insane person to just go bounce on the walls, you got me. I'm here. I'm ready.
Oh, I like it.
Goodness gracious. What else happened this week, guys? Terry had a very honest conversation with Chet that was very well received by the LGBTQIA plus community. So kudos for General Hospital for doing it right. The conversation about being rejected for being trans, conversation about being rejected for having prosthetic legs, and the comparison of life experience was very well received.
Very different, but resulting in the same sort of feelings.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's good to see a cis het man and a straight trans woman, I guess is the best way to describe that gender pairing there. And so progressive, good, nice, and go Terry. Terry's getting a boyfriend.
Is Amy going to be not progressive and a big old pain in their ass?
I don't think it has going to do anything to do with being trans. Just more like I hate that B word.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that because there has been times where, and Amy is flighty and all that stuff, but there has been times where I have seen Terry come off at Amy and harshly when she wasn't deserving it at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, this has been, I think, a quietly little bubbling thing for a little while. Yeah. Terry hasn't been the nicest to Amy at all times. I can't say that was the primary way they interacted. But there was, moments of having to be the boss. And then there was the whole, hiring of Brad, which Amy didn't agree with. Or at least interviewing Brad. How could you even possibly think about the potential of maybe rehiring this person to staff? That's wrong. And then there is... and then their interaction at the nail salon.
Yeah, so it's muddy already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry's getting a boyfriend and Britt is getting a new fan, and Britt will definitely be Amy's new favorite chief now. Definitely. Though I do like how well Terry and Britt seem to be working together.
Yes.
So far so good.
They have, it was a rocky start, but they have figured out the way to actually lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not be awful to each other behind closed doors.
Right. And so we'll see if Amy throws a wrench in that. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
I wish that I'm all for Miss Amy. I don't remember the actor's name. I'm all for Miss Amy.
Riza Dorkin.
There you go. I'm all for her getting some screen time. But I would like to see Amy doing something not that.
Just being, what was it? Jakaria said that Amy is a busybody.
Oh, she's a little... Amy reminds me of the other Amy from the 80s, Amy Vining, which was Laura's sister. Laura being adopted, she's the sister from the adopted family. She grew up with her. Yeah. They were sisters. Amy Vining. Very much like our Amy today.
Interesting.
Busybody.
Maybe she was named in honor of the original Amy.
She might have
just
been,
the gossip. The gossip on staff.
PH actually loves to do that.
Yeah.
Because, Little Donna is named after the makeup artist. Unfortunately, she lose her battle to illness.
Yeah.
Now, Nika is named after somebody that's still there.
Yeah, like a producer or something that everybody really likes.
Yeah, so GH does like to do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did indeed name her Amy, where she can be the same old pain in the neck that the old Amy was. But endearing at the same time.
Jacaria says, I have a feeling that Dex could be Max's son. I'm so sorry for interrupting you. That was just that caught my attention in the chat so well. Wouldn't that be interesting if Dex was Max's son and then Esme is Felicia's daughter and then they both have new kids?
Well, they both seem to want a baby. I love that. Why not?
Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not? Sorry to take that sudden right turn on everybody there, but that just jumped out at me.
Okay. I tell you what. As long as Hamilton Finn could have been somebody else and a vampire at one time,
yeah,
GH can do anything.
Anything can happen.
Including have that silly medium at Becky's house.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about it. All right, that'll be the last topic this week on the 10th floor. We got to talk about Elizabeth. All right, but before we get into that, I'm going to say hello to Evelyn. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here in the last portion of the show.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the medium. The medium that Laura should trust because she was like, your other son, the one that's not in Africa. I only have one son that's alive. Your other one. Nicholas.
She was right.
She was right.
And I had forgotten about that. You're right. And it was the same actor.
It was the same
one. The same one, and I believe that's the same one that was on One Life to Live too.
Well, Frank Valentini really has this one life to live habit that he needs to kick. There's a lot of ties to One Life to Live on General Hospital.
But Matt, you wouldn't feel that way if it was a lot of ties to all my children. You would think that was cool as all get out.
Yeah, of course, but I don't have any ties to One Life to Live, so I don't care as much.
I do. I watched it a lot too.
Well,
that's why Eternia is such a cool place.
Oh, so silly. Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay.
So Elizabeth in the medium.
Elizabeth's house.
Yes. Lying first. Oh, Finn, don't worry about me. I'm going to stay on Spoon Island. But really, I'm going to try to communicate with spirits. But really, the psychic is tapping into my other personality. It's so stupid. I love it.
It was. I said when I was watching it, this was a silly soap opera good time right here. That's a silly, silly soap opera good time. Right?
It is. It is.
Yeah. Are you having trouble, Matt?
No, not at all. I'm sorry. I was paying attention to the chat a little bit. Sorry. I'll just say it. I was going to write it. I'll just say it. To Evelyn, we spent a lot of time talking about Esme this week. So when we're done here, please go back to the start of the video, and we spent at least 25 minutes talking about Esme.
Yeah, that was our first topic.
Yeah.
Because it was so dang good.
It's good. Do we think it's a Biz Alter or is it Hayden? She too was abandoned as a child and has found a true family with Liz and her kids. I think it's Biz Bimogene. Biz Bimogene, but who knows? I really think that it's Biz.
I thought about those two things too, you guys. I said, I don't know, did I say it on here? Or maybe I just said it to you, Matt.
Maybe.
Either Hayden is hiding in plain sight. She's hiding in the walls. There's some special room. There's some baloney something in that house. Aiden is be able to hide. And that's why, Anyway, it's possible.
Right.
It's possible. But I really do think that Liz is giving her own self the business.
The business. She sure is. With a Z, the business. Yeah, for sure. And the psychic tapped into the altar of Elizabeth and not the ghost of Franco, because Franco wouldn't be, like Elizabeth's right, Franco wouldn't be reacting like this. Now, all the lights and the wind and all that kind of stuff is freaky weird. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is.
That didn't make no sense to me at all.
I'm going to tell you what exactly is going on here.
I do think it's business.
Are you ready for the exact explanation of why they're going this route? Because I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the real truth.
Okay.
All you people love that Mardevil stuff so much on Days of Our Lives.
Well, that could be true, Matt.
With the whole possession of Marlena, and then now it's like John Devil, and just the devil's still around, and just possessing all these people, and just throwing a priest across the church, and turning a cross upside down, and all kinds of that nonsense that you guys ate up for months.
Matt, I thought of something. Cyrus comes home and exercises Elizabeth.
Yes. I'm with it. I'm for it. I'm with it. He just shows up with a freaking Bible and just pounds on the door. I've heard you're having a problem with spirits. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
That would be soap opera stupid. I would love it. But anyway, I didn't understand the whole Wendy thing either. You know, it did kind of throw me off a little bit.
Yeah, people eat it up.
But I do think that she did tap into her altar.
Mm-hmm.
And you could read that between the lines. Because it did what she actually said did apply to that. But she knows this and all. She knows it's the psychic medium, whatever, didn't really divulge what she actually knew.
I guess not.
I think she knew that wasn't Franco.
Maybe. I guess. I don't know. All I know is that Finn needs to get out of Elizabeth's freaking business. That's all I know. That's the only thing. That's like the main thing that I pulled away. Other than like, this is a freaky weird scene. How awesomely funky strange this has been. How enjoyably weird of a few minutes this has been today on General Hospital. But beyond that, the main pull that I took was, Finn, come on, dude.
So, what you do? You just you just lying to a vulnerable woman. How dare you come in and just tell you lies? You need to get the hell out of here.
Like, come on, Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, Finn. I don't appreciate Finn's role in this, to be honest. Like, he's just like,
she's just crazy.
Because that's what, I mean, the psychic said. He thinks she's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
She's just crazy now. And I can't leave a crazy person. But I don't want to do this anymore.
Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, Finn.
It was all silly.
It's such silliness.
Honestly, okay. For the whole medium thing with her coming there, I'll just say it. I'm one and done on that. I don't want to see that again.
No,
we
don't need another seance.
No, we don't need another seance. But everything going forward, I want to see. But I really don't want another seance.
We're good. I think we can put the ghost thing to bed and just really start exploring the multiple personality. Yeah, that'd be good. The actress though that played the psychic, you know, she's been on a couple of times now, and I saw her tweet that she used to watch GH when she was a little kid with her mom.
That's
and
awesome.
So being on the show was really neat.
Yeah. And I've heard that kind of stuff before from other actors on this show and others, you know, that if you watched it, you know, growing up with your grandma, your abuela, whatever, you know, it would be so much more rewarding. Don't you think?
Yeah. It'd be really neat. Yeah. I mean, I think that would take a little bit of time to shake like the fan off, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But eventually it'd be really fun. Daisy says Cyrus is the devil, and I'm so offended. But Dara agrees with you, Mon. Dara agrees with everything you just said.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thanks, Dara.
Well, thanks, Dara.
Yeah. All right. Cyrus is not the devil. Cyrus is a joy, and I love him, and I hope he wins the Emmy, and I want him back.
I want him to be hurtful, hateful.
The hurtful, hateful religious ponytail. Hey, let's quickly, Ma, since you weren't able to join me last week, let's run through the categories of Emmy, and you can let me know who you support more, because you weren't able to, you know, really get down deep in the chat. So, Best Actress, we got Nina versus Carly. And, of course, other nominees, so it could be neither one of them.
Well, yeah. Nancy's not in that category?
Not in the lead one. She's in the supporting one.
Okay. So, who do I want, or who do I think?
Who do you think?
Who do I think?
I know it's hard, right?
Cynthia will win, or it will go to another show. That's what I think.
But I think that Cynthia brought more this year than Laura. And that's not to knock Laura Wright. I mean, she's definitely deserving of the Emmy nomination. It's just when it came down to it, I think just the better year. I don't know, because a lot of this also has to do with the quality of storyline that you get.
Absolutely.
So
You cannot depict what's not written.
Right. Let me try to pull up a list here of the Emmy nominations to help us out. Now, Best Supporting Actress does have Nancy Lee Grahn in it, which is my pick. Let's see, GH Outstanding Series, of course. Now, Bold and Days of Our Lives getting 2, or Bold's getting 2 nominations.
If GH don't get a damn clue off that, you cannot get one. Come on now, we need to spin off.
Yeah. Okay. Entertainment.
Whatever.
Sorry, there's so many categories. Okay, here we go. Nina Reeves and Carly Corinthos we got there. Okay, Best Performance Actor. No GH actor nominated. No male actor nominated for Best in GH this year.
And I wonder, what is the reason for that?
Lack of submissions or lack of quality? I don't know.
I would think lack of submissions. I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too. So we got Nancy Lee Grahn and we got Kelly Thibault in Best Supporting Actress.
I like Kelly.
I like Nancy because of the Advocate and all that kind of stuff. That was this year. Her getting over her trouble and that one dedicated hour to her with Kevin and the flashbacks to her as a kid and stuff.
Yeah, that was super, super, super good. I think what jumped in my mind though when you said the two names was Kelly's interaction with Sasha and Brando.
Yeah.
Britt's interaction with Sasha and Brando. Yeah. That's what leapt to my thoughts immediately.
The chat's supporting you on that.
But I would love either one to win. Honestly, because the world is the world and people are people. Nancy's staunch on a lot of things might backfire on her. Maybe.
Alyssa's saying that her dealing with her illness and then comedy with Obrecht has been very good. And, it's entirely possible that Kelly had a stronger reel to submit because Nancy Lee does have that one strong moment, but Kelly might have several over the course of the year that might edge her in the favor. But then again, there are other people nominated in the category as well. Could be neither one of them. Outstanding Younger Performer in a Drama Series, we've got Sprina and Cameron. This is OG Sprina.
Yeah, and Joss, isn't she on there?
No. Nicholas Chavez, William Lipton, and Sydney Michaela. Joss was last year.
That's right. And she won. Yeah, that's right. It was Cameron.
I think Sydney Michaela is going to take it over all of these other people.
I think so too. I think Nicholas Chavez, can he still win in that category next year?
Yeah. So it's calendar year to calendar year, according to my understanding of the Emmy. So from January to December 2021, January to December 2022. So last year, Chavez did not have a whole lot yet. Mm-hmm. It was kind of more of his pretending to be Victor stuff more than his current Spencer stuff.
Oh, I think it'll be Sydney.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Little split there in the chat.
Now, the scene that, and I know it's probably not within that year, but the scene that William could win with is his thing with Franco in the chair with the whole mind thing.
Yeah, I think that was too long ago.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But I think that would be real worthy.
I think William Lipton this year would have had Franco's death last year.
And shaving his head.
That sort of stuff. I think it would be the strongest stuff. And then getting with Joss. I guess there was the potential shooting of Jason stuff and holding gun on Jordan. So, he had a couple of bits there.
And he has some good stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Sydney will win.
Yeah, I think Sydney Michaela's going to take that as well. Looks like we got a pretty good split. Pretty good split in chat. And then DeHablin says, in my opinion, Harmony should win for something. Harmony probably will get nominated next year. Because of her stuff from this year. So there is a little bit of delay between the performances that you're seeing and whether or not you're going to be up for an award. Outstanding Guest Performance only has Marshall from GH nominated. I mean, he's probably not going to win it.
I don't think so.
Just because, we got Ted King as Jack Flanagan on here. Ted King, come on.
That's Alcazar. I agree.
Yeah. And
Maybe next year.
that's pretty much it. I mean, then, there's the writing and production and direction and makeup and blah, blah,
And
blah,
all
blah,
that
blah,
stuff.
blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, we just support GH all the way when it comes to those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, that's it.
I
That's
get
your rundown.
the impression. I get the impression though that maybe not everybody submitted a reel.
No, I don't think so. I
I
find it surprising because I would think that Maurice Bernard would have, but maybe they just didn't think his Mike stuff was good enough for a nomination, which would be surprising
don't-
to me because there was a big difference between Mike and Sonny, which I really think shows the talent that's Sonny.
the show, you're not going to realize that. If you're just watching a reel and you
it's
don't
true.
know the show,
It's true.
you wouldn't see the contrast.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, you think they fixed the elevator and it's safe to go back down to the first floor? Because goodness gracious, was it challenging to get started today.
Well, I tell you what, it sure was challenging. I promise you, next week I will test my elevator. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna make sure that we get Marshall Ashford in here as the lead handyman of General Hospital. That's a callback to the first joke that we said today.
Hey, Daddy, I need you so bad.
It's the callback. Don't be mad. All right. Okay, folks. All right, I'm going to get back onto this elevator. We're going to go back down to the first floor. We're going to get the heck on out of here, get into our cars, tune it to previous episodes of GH, and then tune it to previous episodes of the 10th floor as well. But before we do all that, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. We hit the 250 mark the other day, which is awesome. So keep it up, folks. Keep giving them subscriptions and send links out to your friends who might enjoy it, people who want to join us here on the 10th floor at 11 a.m. on Sundays Pacific time. Follow us on Twitter at 10th floor GH. Go spend time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you right back here next time on the 10th floor.